I am today's operator Tom Show, an overseas training engineer. It's a pity that we couldn't have a real-time video conference with Mr. Denny's team. Now we are going to fully demonstrate the product of the ultrasonic drilling monitor. The demonstration product used the ASM HGTB ultrasonic drilling monitor that was recently tested on the construction site. The ultrasonic drilling monitor mainly determines whether the hole quality meets relevant technical standards and design requirements by measuring the hole diameter, hole depth, verticality and sediment thickness of the hole. When measuring holes by ultrasonic method, the following conditions should be met. 1. The relative density of mud does not exceed 1.3. 2. The sand content does not exceed 4%. 3. The groove width is not less than 0.6 meter. The standard configuration of ASM HGTB ultrasonic drilling monitor includes the following parts. Ultrasonic host, auto lifting winch, manual winch, probe, depth encoder system, control handle, power adapter, power box of lifting winch, instrument box, USB, communication cable, crank handle, The following two connection methods are available for hole quality testing. Next, I will give you a specific introduction to these two connection methods. The first connection method: use the host to connect the auto-lifting winch. The ultrasonic probe has been connected to the winch at the factory. And then connect the power cord and the depth counter cable. Can also be connected to 220 V external power supply. The second connection method: use the host to connect the manual winch. And then connect the depth counter cable. In standard configuration, we provide components in these two ways. Note if you purchase a sediment probe separately. This device can also detect sediment thickness. The sediment detection only needs to replace the probe and select it in the software settings. Connect the power supply. Can be connected to 220V external power supply. There should be a light color change to show the on state. This demonstration is directly connected to battery power. Turn on the power switch of winch. Lift the probe to the top with the wireless handle. And the probe will stop automatically. Open the probe holder. And lower the probe until it is flush with the slurry surface. Press power on button to enter the start interface. It can be seen that you can choose to perform hole detection or sediment thickness detection. Click ultrasonic button to enter the operation interface. Click set button to enter the setting interface. The interface is divided into 4 parts. Namely, basic information, hole information, section information and basic parameter. The basic information shall be filled out according to the actual situation on site. The project path is a new folder. And the subsequent acquisition files will be put in this folder. The whole information shall be filled out according to the actual situation on site. The hole depth shall be set to be consistent with the elevation. And the deviation angle is 0 by default. The section information includes 4 sections. To measure a hole, the options of 4 sections in the display item shall be all checked. To measure a slot, the options of slot section and corresponding section of probe shall be checked. The gain is set to be 40 or 80 by default. Setting of basic parameters. The acquisition method is set to be automatic lifting. The shift parameter can be adjusted and is 100 by default. For the specification, select corresponding specification. And the sound velocity in slurry is set to be 1.58 by default. To acquire data when lowering, check the acquisition in lowing. And to acquire when rising, uncheck it. Both the band pass filtering and digital filtering shall be checked. It is required to check the compass correction for single wire winch, which is unnecessary for double wire winch. Setting of pulley parameters. For single wire winch, the pulley diameter is 110. And the wire diameter is 10. For double wire winch, the pulley diameter is 114. And the wire diameter is 6. Setting of instrument parameters. If the aperture slot width is within 1.2 meter, the sampling interval is set to be 1. And the sampling length is set to be 1024. If the aperture is 1.2 meter, 1.8 meter, the sampling interval is set to be 1. And the sampling length is set to be 2048. If the aperture slot width exceeds 1.8 meter, the sampling interval is set to be 2. And the sampling length is set to be 2048. After the setting is finished, click Save and Exit. Click Sample. And the probe will start to work. Click New Save, enter the pile number. And the entered name is the file name. Lower the probe with the handle. And start to acquire. After the probe of double wire winch reaches the bottom, winch will stop automatically. Click Automatic, and according to the waveform on the top of screen, click plus, to make the reflected wave on the top of screen clearly visible. After the probe of single wire winch reaches the bottom, the cable will become soft, and at this moment, press the red button on the handle to stop the winch. Click Test Completed, and then select Save. Click the File button in the main interface. Find the folder, open it. Then select the saved file, click it, and select to open it. Click the Analyze button at the bottom of screen to enter the analysis interface. Click 1 Background Denoising. Gain plus or gain at the bottom of the screen, and click it for multiple times until the waveform of whole wall is highlighted. Click 2 Automatic Tracking, then click 4 waveforms of whole wall on the screen in sequence, and the line of whole wall will be drawn automatically. After that, click End Tracking. Click 3 Local Tracking, then click the position of line of whole wall not tracked on the top of the screen, and click it for several times until it has been corrected. After that, click End Tracking. Click 4 Manual Tracking, and draw the line for the part not tracked with the touch screen pen along the trend of whole wall. If the effective automatic tracking of the line of whole wall is good, this step is not needed. Click 5 Noise Suppression to remove other noises. Click 6 Calculation and Analysis, select the drilling hole or slot test on the screen. Then click Apply and the data result can be obtained. Click OK, then click the Save button in the bottom right corner, and select to save. The saved analysis file will be saved in the folder, and its name is the name of the original file with the letter S before it. For example, if the original file name is T4, the saved analysis file is Street 4. This is a brief introduction of our ISM HGT-B ultrasonic drilling monitor. If you have any questions, please feel free to connect with us. We have experienced technicians to answer your questions and look forward to video with you.